So obviously I saw the Julius Malema'S clip where he was attacking MacG and Podcast and Chill, where he was attacking Lukhona Mnguni, the mayoral candidate of Rise Mzansi for Johannesburg, where he was attacking Herman Mashaba for receiving funding, where he was attacking Floyd Chibambo of Africa Maibuye, where he was actually complimenting Mbuyiseni Ndlozi with the new podcast that Mbuyiseni is running now, and then where he attacked me personally. And I just wanted to raise a few points. First and foremost, there's a lesson to be learned for me and for many of you out there. Social media is not a safe space. It's not a safe place. And please be very, very careful of the personal things that you share, because people will weaponize them when they feel like it. And my mistake, and I take accountability, has been sharing my struggles with accessing one of my kids, but at some point it was 3 of them. Luckily, the other 2 have been resolved. It was a 6-month thing, and it was sorted out. I spoke about, of course, and I went even on I think it was ENCA, to speak about the idea of withholding maintenance as a way to get a baby mama to ensure that you see your kids. Luckily, that was for a few months. The baby mama reached out to me, and we're co-parenting fine now. Shout out to her for that. It's sad that I had to take that action for that to happen, but that's not important. What's important is me speaking about my children, me platforming my children, especially considering the brand that I am. There are many people that consider me controversial. There are many people that consider me crazy because I've got my own religion. There are people that don't like my political views, my views on things like marriage, my views on relationships and the like. And they full allowed. Julius Malema'S no exception. He can criticize me as much as he wants. And I guess he ran with the headline, Penuel does not maintain his kids, which many other people run with, which is actually incorrect. I do maintain my children. I love my children very much. And I'm as present as practically can be in my children's lives, considering the dynamics of our geography, work, and just time as a human being. I wanted to clear that up very importantly. I do believe that when you are a public figure, whether a politician, whether a celebrity, whether a big business person, you need to watch how you move. Because I do think, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I fundamentally believe that people's partners, people's wives, husbands, people's children should be off limits, including other extended family members that are not involved in the work that they do. I've never spoken ill about Julius Malema'S wife, even at times when it was trending. Abu Musa Kaula and the like got sued for it. I've never spoken ill about Julius Malema'S children in any way. I've only ever mentioned that people like, oh, Julius, their kids go to private schools. That's as far as it goes. I know where his kids go to school, but I'll never mention that out of respect for him, for his kids, etc. And I raise it obviously in the context of some of these guys claim to stand for the poor, but the hypocrisy of the lives that they lead, etc., etc. It's okay. I really think we need to do better as a society, if you can. If you're one of those broken people, traumatized people, hurt people online, sure. Project your issues on other people, attack other people, because maybe you have daddy issues, maybe you have mommy issues, maybe your baby daddy is not in your children's lives, maybe your baby daddy is not maintaining, maybe you are toxic yourself. So when my name comes up, maybe that becomes a great punching bag and you guys will punch away. The lesson is for me to not share personal information that people can weaponize unnecessarily. I'm learning my lesson. I'm trying to do better. And I apologize to all the people that care about me and all my loved ones for my mistakes of the past. In that regard, I will try and do better to protect my kids, to protect the mothers of my kids, and to ensure when I have personal issues, I fight them through family, I fight them through the courts, and I try to keep it away from online and social media. I will remain a voice for many good fathers that are struggling to access their children. I won't stop speaking about that, but I won't make it personal about my life. And I won't mention my kids and I think very importantly. The other thing I wanted to raise, man, is, look, shout out to Mbuyiseni Ndlozi on his podcast. I also want to give him a shout out. At a time when many of us were called names, Abo Julius were calling us, oh, MacG wannabe. People were laughing at us for being podcasters. It's beautiful to see the EFF starting a podcast. It's beautiful to see Mbuyiseni Ndlozi jumping from EFF to being in the wilderness to actually starting a podcast, I think assisted by Thabo Mbeki Foundation. So shout out to Mbuyiseni Ndlozi and the amazing work that he's doing there, even though I may have issues with his political views, especially currently and especially around illegal foreigners. It's okay. I think he's serving a Thabo Mbeki agenda and arguably an ANC agenda. That's on him on the podcast and it's okay. I've heard rumors. These are rumors and this is not a personal attack. I saw comments of people saying Julius Malema or his brother owns something like a tavern or a lounge or something in Limpopo where alcohol is sold. So again, the issue of hypocrisy comes up. He went on Podcast and Chill and he gave MacG flowers for starting a podcast, for pushing business. Chillers punch grandeur. Of course, we've got an alcohol problem in this country. I personally hate alcohol, but I can respect people that are pushing a business and a hustle and that are inspiring many people out there. And it becomes dangerous to criticize Abo MacG for that, while maybe not criticizing your own people. And that's something that Julius needs to introspect on. I know he attacks people personally all the time, and he struggles when he gets personal attacks to a point where recently he's loved suing people. He's suing people left, right, and center. Again, he needs to introspect and ask himself, what are these insecurities that make him want to sue people for sharing their views on stuff that is either public knowledge or that he's shared himself? And he needs to try and be better. I used to think Julius Malema would be president of South Africa. He'd be the future. I was wrong. I voted for the EFF at national level in 2019 because I wanted young people in parliament, and it was around the time the ANC Youth League had been disbanded. Those were people that I was supporting at the time, and I wanted them in parliament. So I voted for them. From there, I realized that the EFF, Julius Malema, and how they move is not in line with some of my beliefs and what I think is right. So I stopped. It's okay. The last point I want to make is this. Guys, we suffer from a black inferiority complex, including myself. I've questioned who funds or who's funded Batu, Drip. I even asked Likao Sehoana when I said to them. I believe I asked Theo Baloy when I said to him on the Hustlers Corner with DJ Spoo. Who funded you guys? This thing of you just built sneaker empires overnight out of the boot of a car. It didn't land well with me, but I realized it's black inferiority complex. Many times, Julius himself has asked, is Patrice Motsepe really a billionaire? Is Cyril Ramaphosa really a billionaire? Are these guys maybe fronts for white capital? Black inferiority complex. At a time, MacG as well assumed that Tribal Media House, Convo, the work I was doing on the Penuel show with Tebo Khokibine, must have been funded by Rob Hersov or someone else, because the quality of the visuals when we started was so phenomenal. It was like, there's no way black people can do this. And there's no way an overnight podcaster. This guy wasn't in media. We don't know this guy to own a business. To have such a world-class podcast that is so phenomenal. So the assumption becomes, I think this guy's funded. And then as soon as you see me with Rob Hersov, like, we knew it. The EFF and other political parties spend millions campaigning. They spend millions with posters and billboards. They spend millions advertising on radio and TV. They spend millions on buses. They spend millions on door-to-door and regalia and gazebos, and all the work that they put in costs a lot of money. Money that they have to fundraise and they get funded for. And to do that, Julius Malema and the EFF get maybe 1 million votes at national level. And they get just under 10% of the votes after investing a lot of money. Rise Mzansi would be funded, I think, 16 million by the Oppenheimers, if I'm not mistaken. Herman Mashaba and Action SA would be funded, I think, by Martin Marshall, as well, with a lot of money. So I can understand when you are traveling around the country, when you're traveling around the continent of Africa, when you're traveling overseas outside of the continent, and you hear people speaking about MacG, Penuel the Black Pen, Sizwe Mpofu Walsh, Dr. Sizwe Mpofu Walsh, Mighty Jamie, Lungelo KM, many other names in the podcasting space. And you hear rich people, and you hear rich white people speaking about us. You have to be like, there's no way with the millions that we spend to be seen that these guys are just making videos online using their phone or of making videos, and they can get so much reach. But it's possible. My TikTok has got close to 500,000 followers, close to 500,000 followers with me just making content off my phone. This is just me speaking to camera. This is not me interviewing people. I've got another channel on TikTok, Penuel Clips, which takes the clips of interviews that I've done. And then many other content creators as well. They take the content and they chop it up and they make videos. Sorry that I'm sweating. I'm in a car and it's stuffy here. So I can understand that someone must be funding these guys. Also, when we speak against certain political views that you may have, the assumption is that we're funded. We're not funded. I have not received money from the DA to campaign for the DA, or from Action SA, or from Konto Esizwe, or the IFP, or Freedom Front Plus, or the Patriotic Alliance. Gaten McKenzie's never given me money, as much as he's a mate of mine. And if he did, I wouldn't mind, because I'd maybe be campaigning for something I used to believe in. If the EFF wanted to come on the podcast, they can come, and if they want to pay for production, that's amazing. We had Upo to Snawo Tambo that's come through, and I appreciate him coming through. Julius himself is free to come to the podcast. And one of the things I will raise with him is this thing of speaking about me and my kids and arguing that men like myself are the reason that children become criminals. There are so many men struggling with access to their kids. The reason kids are criminals, some of them even coming from two-parent households, is because of a toxic environment at home. It's because of socioeconomic factors. I'm a loving father. Anyone who knows me and has seen me with my children knows just how much I love them. And I don't need to prove it to anyone. I don't need the validation, especially of a politician. But I understand the black inferiority complex of thinking that someone must be funding us to become so popular. There's no one funding us. I think the danger will be the day maybe we get funded. Yeah, who knows? And the day maybe a podcast and chill actually decides to actually get serious in politics. Who knows? But I really hope that Julius will introspect, humble himself, and do better. There are many people that look up to Julius. I myself admire him in so many ways. What he's built with the EFF, the way he's been a family man, the way he's risen from nothing to become an amazing voice. He was our voice at the ANC Youth League when I was still pro-ANC. I've got such great respect for him. And it's sad when you have to lose respect for someone because they keep attacking people where it doesn't make sense. He could have attacked me for being associated with AfriForum, Rob Hersoff. He could call me crazy for having my own religion of Penuelism. But he decided to speak about my children. This is frankly pathetic. But I hope he'll do better. I hope his followers will do better. And I hope all of us, the rest of us, will do better as well. I just wanted to address that. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys will be better fathers where you are. Please maintain your kids. And if you're struggling to see your kids, please go through the courts. Please try and sit with the families down. And if you're really not winning, I still say maybe one of the avenues is to consider withholding maintenance until the mother then maybe takes you to maintenance court. And then you can say, but your worship, I'm not seeing my children. I don't want to send money for my children. I want to go shopping with my children. I want to be present in my children's lives. I want them to know my dad bought me this. That's what the whole fight was about. But when your haters are writing headlines, they don't care about the substance and the context and the reality. It's all about making noise and dragging another black person down, especially who speaks a certain type of English, especially who's been seen with AfriForum and Rob Hersoff and who's been to Orania. It's okay. I'm also trying to decolonize, liberate the minds, and uplift black people as much as I can. My podcast, like the Hustlers Corner, platforms so many phenomenal black entrepreneurs, so many phenomenal black voices that are making a huge change in this country. And we'll keep doing it, regardless of the noise. Love you guys. Have a great and happy Friday. This evening, Amma Jens is in Braamfontein, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of you there. We love you, we appreciate you, and we'll keep doing the important work that's needed for the youth to rise up. Cheers.